Hello. Hi, Amisha. C'est good. Bonjour. T'es où? T'es où le gros tuna? Allô? Viens-tu dessiner avec moi? Hi, Lucine. Tuna McTuna? Oh non, t'es pas contente, oh non. Grosse tweet. Ah, t'es plein de croûtes. We have a meow. A very unhappy meow. Hey, baby. The slowpokes are missing all the kitty goodness. Yep. I don't think she will stay for long, so they definitely are. Hey, mommy. All you see is a kitty butt. Kitty butt. Butt. Pourquoi tu montes pas ta face? Hey, fairy dust, hi! Oh no! Oh no! Have you said tuna shed expectations? I always call her tuna face. Ellen! Hi! Oh my gosh, it's been a while. How are you? Hi, Lena! Everyone is saying hi to you, Scoot. Hi, Scoot. You are shedding so much. Tu rentres-tu? Mais oui, toi. Softly purring, little Scooty. Hey, YZ, hi! Waiting on a vaccine still is in my mind a bit over it. Other than that feeling. Oh, yeah, good job getting that fixed. Awesome. I would have thought that due to the nature of your employment, you would be eligible for the vaccine a bit sooner. But we should be able to get it soon. Sur le chasse. Vita. Hey. Vas-y. Vas-y. Tu veux encore des câlins. Ok. Tu montes ton trou de pète à tout le monde? Allez, cache le trou de pète. Non. Allez, vas-y. Vas-y. Non mais, je te donne pas ma place. C'est quoi ça, faire ces petites griffes dans mon chandail? Yo, m'a perdu tellement son poil. Tu perds tellement ton poil. Allez, vas-y. C'est quoi ça? C'est du poil de péco. C'est du poil de péco. Tiens. Sorry about that. She wants my chair, but I kind of need my chair right now. Non, c'est ma chaise. C'est à moi.
Veux-tu qu'on t'amène l'autre, la vieille chaise?
Non, moi je veux garder ma chaise.
Ok.
Juste un chat, là. Installe-toi. Penses-tu qu'elle voudrait être sur ta chaise sans le coussin? C'est un peu le même genre de texture. Peut-être qu'elle est là pour les odeurs de perte aussi. Tu veux t'aller là? Qu'est-ce que t'en penses? Non, moi je te donne pas ma chaise. Tu as le choix, soit le verre ici ou le coussin. C'est tout. Allez, Scooty. Maman, je veux ta chaise. Non, c'est à moi. Oh, it's a thing here in my area. Ah. That's really bothersome. I hope you get it sooner rather than later, but yeah. I'm 32 days from freedom, 11 days until the second jab, and then the 3 weeks for it to totally kick in. Awesome! So what does being completely vaccinated allows you to do? Like, I think you still have to wear a mask in closed public spaces, but I don't really know much. I think of people waiting all over the world for the vax and then read about doses going to waste here and I want to scream. I want to scream too, honestly. This is really infuriating as a situation. Hey, Sarah, hi! Yep, asthmatic, type 1 diabetic, who's a frontline retail worker. Yeah. And Toronto, people still must stay the heck home until... Unless we're... I know! I really don't understand that. It's like people want it to be over, but they don't want to do anything to bring it to that point. Tu penses-tu que si tu mets la couverte rouge sur ta chaise, elle va vouloir y aller? Hey, Patricia, hi! Immonde petit tuna.
Ouais.
Vas-y. Scoot. Oh wow, le trône de princesse. Elle va aller en dessous.
Peut-être bien.
Je pense qu'elle va aller en dessous. C'est très drôle. Ah, boulette. Hey, April, hi! Ah, c'est des griffes. C'est quoi ce petit monstre? Yuffie! C'est drôle. Ça va découvrir quelque chose de merveilleux, je pense. Là. Ça va peut-être la garder occupée 2 minutes. Qu'est-ce qui se passe là-dessous? Hey, Temple, hi! Elle avait les 4 pattes dessus. Elle était comme accrochée en haut. Tweet. My cousin got her shot super early, but she had symptoms and then... Whoa, weird. So she got her shot while being, like, sick with it. The shot made her sick. I don't think that works like that. A vaccine is not the thing that will make you sick. Maybe she got exposed around the same time as she got the vaccine. Yeah, that's it. That too. She must have gotten it somewhere else, or the kids did. Because you can't get the full-blown thing from a vaccine. I don't think that's, like, possible. Not with the way vaccines are made, as far as I know. There is no live virus in the vaccine, not even one. None! You can get COVID symptoms, but not the full illness. Yeah, that's definitely what seems to happen. I wonder, just as a correlation, do you guys, what do you think of the fact that, you know, there's all sorts of reaction to the vaccine? They go from, sorry, hiccups. They go from absolutely nothing to being sick for like 3 days. I wonder if that reaction is consistent with the way, like, if those people had contracted actual COVID, like the severity of the way it would affect them is related to the way the vaccine affects them. It's just like spitballing, just curious. No, you can't get the illness, Dominic. I don't think you can. That's not... Non mais c'est ma place, t'es super chiante. Hold on. C'est bien juste parce que t'es lettre. Ah ouais. T'y vas-tu ou t'y vas bon? Face de bête. Oh, je te déteste, t'es moche. Tiens. Tiens. Bout de mangue sur ta chaise.
Tu veux-tu que j'aille te chercher une chaise qui n'a pas d'accoudoir?
Non, non, je vais voler ta chaise, puis on va dealer avec ça comme ça. Yeah, you can get sick after, but you cannot get sick from the virus itself, the vaccine itself. So Wisey says, I am no expert, however, in my limited observations, it's strange that my coworker with underlying symptoms didn't have any reactions and the ones who are healthy got the shot had some. Well, it would make sense if they had underlying symptoms, because that could mean that their immune system was already responding to the thing. So it was less of a shock, maybe. There was a really good TikTok where the dude explained the vaccine and he used forks. And yeah. A live attenuated weakened vaccine can get you infected if you're severely immunocompromised. Well, I think it's for those people that the rest of us have to get vaccinated, so that the vaccine for them is the absolute last resort. I have health issues which could make COVID tragic, but I only had a sore arm from both shots. That's great. It's really awesome. Hey, Laura, hi. Welcome. Are you new? They were giving COVID vaccines with a beer or shot out here. That's awesome. Same for my mom. My grandma had the vaccine and she had zero effect from it. And I thought that was pretty badass. Like, she's 90, she's gonna be 94 quite soon. My dad also got the vaccine and didn't get any effect from it. So I'm very glad. Nope, not new, just usually quiet. Oh, well, hi. Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm really happy she had no effect. I think the real hurdle after trying to get the vaccine to everyone is gonna be the anti-vax people. Oh, whoa. So Lana says, my aunt working in elderly care said they had a breakout and all the vaccinated ones didn't have any symptoms, though they tested positive, while a few of the non-vaccinated ones passed away. That's interesting. I don't know yet what I'll be painting, but I dug up this palette, which is custom colors, but it's basically like these colors. And I feel like working something out with those, so I'm trying to think of a scenery that would benefit from this selection. It's kind of my muted slash granulating slash opaque selection of schminke paints. Very neglected. Calling lumpy elephant on vaccines. Awesome. Are we talking about chocolate again? Yes. Lovely dessert color. Huh. Except for the green though. What would you do with the green? The dessert, if you remove the green. Anyway, the blues can be something for the sky. You have all the earth tones and the yellows for sand and dune and stuff. And I don't know really about those three, but they still fit in. Muted out sagebrush. Huh. Hey, Boxa Paint, hi! Cacti green, fair point. It's not a new set, it's just a tin that I had. Let's see, that was the tin that I got from Wet Paint. But all the colors in there are not necessarily the ones that I got with the tin. Matcha ice cream? Oh, I have a matcha latte somewhat. Get your cactus drawing skills up. Sorry. Well, I'll make a sketch. I mean, I recently bought some wax medium. I've been in the mood to wax varnish my art just so they can look spiffy. Be careful to avoid colored pencil. Wax medium and colored pencil, they really don't go together. Hey, Ginger! Hi! Like, wax medium, you guys mean something like the Darlands wax medium, right? It's really good on gouache and watercolor, but I tried it on colored pencils and it just smudged everything. So Ginger said, I think my sister found my YouTube channel. She commented on last video. My knee-jerk reaction was the whiny teenage, no, that's private. Like, don't read my diaries. Yeah, it's a bit surreal. Like, my mom used to be like, oh, I watch your live streams. And I was like, okay. Like, I don't really know how to react to that. Oh, awesome. I will check it out, Patricia. Thank you for letting me know. I check my emails more like regularly during the week. No, it's not scented. I don't think so. I have no idea where mine is right now. Oh, I think hold on. Restez en dessous de la couverte. Croton. I just put my nose in it to smell it, and then I saw it says, warning, harmful or fatal if swallowed, okay, in case of ingestion, call a physician immediately, contains beeswax, paraffin wax, microcrystalline wax, damar resin, mineral spirits, and other proprietary materials. Ventilation of work area recommended. It doesn't smell that strongly. It has a faint smell, but yeah. Maybe don't put your nose in it like I did. Hey, Stephen, hi. Hey, Malvina, hi. Proprietary. Yeah. It's made in the US. That's really awesome, Ginger. That's kind. Hey, Kevin. Hello. I'll check Pinterest quickly for images. So I got an ad here for a John Deere. And it says, run with us on the 1 Series tractor. And I was like, what? Do they have Series 2 and Series 3? Are they more expensive? Is it is it a more rare pigment? But what? Hey, Diane, hi! Yeah, made in the US is what made me ill to start with. Yeah. Damn it, yes, now you've gotten me giving the side-eye to my art supply ingredient list. Yeah, I know, right? What a big mess. I'm trying to... I will be putting out the brief video on a couple of watercolor news, and I'll talk really quickly about the Daniel Smith thing. It's a bit baffling to me how they don't seem really to realize that it's gonna impact their future sales, even if, you know, yes, the colors are still good, yes, they're beautiful and whatnot, but it left a bad taste in everyone's mouth, so I don't know. YZ asks, anyone see Otto's Holbein gouache swatches of the new season themed set? Wondering what all your thoughts are about them and whether you think you'll get any of them. That's a good question. Yeah, I was super excited to check Otto's video. As it is right now, I don't think any one of the sets are like what's the word I'm looking for? Like love at first sight. They seem to be a bit... Why are there so many... Oh, I was like, why are there so many cupcakes and whatnot in my search for desserts? And it's giving me desserts. I'm like, no, not the same. Okay, so what else? Regarding John Deere Series 1 tractors, are there small lawn tractors? Series number goes up as the tractor gets larger and has more function option. Farm kid. I love that, but it was like, it's one of those things that you're like, wait, what? Oh, okay, no, not in the watercolor world, something else, you know? I spelled it with 1 S. I think that's the proper way. There are so many other options in the marketplace where I can spend my mad money. Not gonna reward DS behavior. Yeah. Ah, same, YZ. I was super keen on getting the winter set, but now that I've seen the swatches, I'm not convinced it's for me anymore. Same, exactly. I was really like, I don't know why, but the sets in the boxes with all the tubes and the colors on the tube, they look really good, but swatched, there's really not that same appeal. Like the first refining option it gives me for my search is recipe and Easter, but I'm like, I wrote it right. It's one of those words that I try really hard to remember in my head how to do it right, and then it's giving me like all the recipes for food, and I'm like, no thanks. Did you know John Deere has their own line of video games like WTF? That's really funny. Oh, like the Sennelier paints then. What do you mean, Amisha? Dessert, tasty treat, dessert, sandy hellscape. Well, my trick is that in French, the one with 1 S, in French, if you have that word in French, it's the same spelling. It's a désert. So that's a dessert is a dessert. So there's a a sound difference in French, and that's kind of what I fall back to, but I always make sure I'm using the right one, and yeah, I will try a more specific Mojave dessert. No, not that one. Typo. Okay, please don't be just boho stuff. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, that one is nice. No? Okay. Like that photo, that's a nice one. No? Okay. Hey, Melissa. Hi. Hi, Maureen. Starting a mini sketchbook slam with a 120 page sketchbook this month. Whew, that's like 4 pages per day. Remember Series 1 paints for beginners? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I get it. Yeah. Yeah, Series 1 is student grade. Sedona. Sedona only reminds me of the Daniel Smith Sedona genuine paint. If the picture is blurry, that could just be connection issue. That happens sometimes. I technically have disabled the autofocus, so I'm in a health insurance nightmare here. Just got another letter. Job was limited enough in dev. Oh no. Oh no, Maureen. You're in the US, I figure, right? I don't know if anyone also from the US in the chat can possibly have tips or info or have gone through something similar, maybe? Alright, so the thing with Daniel Smith, if you haven't heard, I will try to sum it up really quickly, but I think most people in chat have heard, so very, very quickly. A geologist made independent tests and realized that the composition of the Primatech paint was not completely 100% the stone it says it is for the pigment part. So they reached out to Daniel Smith to ask, hey, what's up with that? And instead of coming out with info and explaining what was their process, Daniel Smith went all defensive and was like, that's how we do paint, and basically did a toddler tantrum over it. And it was not a cute look. and the community was on like split on two fronts. You had the big Daniel Smith supporters with their prime argument of, but the colors are pretty. You're like, yeah, okay, no one said they weren't. That's a thing. And then you have another part of the community that is like, how is this a good way to respond to the questions? Like, people only want a bit more transparency about the ingredients in there, and if you decide to own up and be transparent, we will still buy the paints. But since they did this all kerfuffle tantrum, well, a lot of people are like, ew, well, I'm not gonna recommend your paint as much anymore. They're good, but you dude at Daniel Smith doesn't have the best behavior. In the US. They misinformed all of us that were eliminated, and then they didn't do their job with our insurances. I wanted mine immediately cancelled because I started a job 3 days later. Oh no. These are good medicine. They definitely are. Oh no, it's not just the lapis. Actually, their lapis lazuli pigment is probably one of the very few that is actually 100% pure, genuine lapis in there. But it was stuff like amazonite, where the paint is more colorful than the stone it's made from, that were a bit suspicious, and stuff like that. If you look at the last live stream, like last week, we talked about it a bit, and I put links in the description over there that would take you to more info about the whole thing. Hey, Carolyn, hi. That's the issue with small businesses. They don't have the PR team to keep them from taking a misstep like that. Yeah, that misstep, that's a really kind word for what he did. We had a huge thing in the UK where you weren't often getting cod when you ordered it and given a cheaper alternative. That was still perfectly fine, but they called it cod. Yeah, if they had called it like it's tilapia instead, people would have been like, oh, okay. But that's the thing, Dominic. If they use the best lapis lazuli pigment, a tube would retail for like $85. They wouldn't sell any. My local stores got rid of M. Graham and kept Daniels, but oh no! Oh no! That's definitely for the hype, and maybe because Daniel Smith has a lot more color options. But what a bummer. I don't know how big is Daniel Smith, but it's definitely not like teeny tiny. Some people need to know what's in stuff, though I don't think there was anything harmful to anything but your wallet in this case. Oh my gosh, well put. Like, I think people would generally prefer more transparency, even if it costs, like, the paint stays as expensive, but at least you know exactly what's in it. So when you commit to buying it, you know what you're getting. It's the hype that repels me, actually, the idea of protesting too much. Oh yeah, it was a big turn off to see everyone be like, but you're trying to cancel a small American company? Like, no, we just want to know what's in their stupid paints. Jesus, sorry. Oh, and they totally took us for like dumbasses in their in their the text reply that they put out on the Daniel Smith account on Instagram. They were all like, oh, but you know, paint can be 100% pigment. You still need to have a binder in there. And I think everyone collectively facepalmed. Like, nah, you think? Oh yeah, the Winsor Newton cat-free paints. That's a good comparison point. They are so expensive. That's the part that makes zero sense to me. Look at this. Look at how responsible we are with our cadmium-free paints, but we sell them for like even pricier than actual cadmium paints. And I'm like, well then. Well, SMR sells lapis lazuli watercolor. They have a couple of price levels of it. I've heard really mixed reviews, but I think the one company that I've seen that does a lovely lapis lazuli pan is Zetchi. If you look at the Choosing Keeping, the website of the store that's in the UK, they have it on their website. It's one full pan of lapis lazuli, and it's absurdly priced, but it's beautiful. At least it's like this beautiful blue pigment. Paints with no binder is my fave kind of paint. Oh crap, I've been making paints totally wrong. Same. Oh my gosh. No. Like so much money, but they're honest about it. You've got crappy lapis, medium lapis, and fancy lapis. Up to you which you get. I told my sales rep straight up that I was all like, nope, if I can get an ASTM light fast reading, there's no point in having it here. Yep. I really don't understand why. Like, what is this is the big kerfuffle about? Like, it really comes across as this sort of defensive position they take for, for the Winsor & Newton cadmium-free paints. Like, a really defensive position because what's in the paint is actually really inexpensive pigments. But if they make their cadmium-free paints same color as cadmium and like Series 1, no one is going to buy real cadmiums anymore. So they kind of have to keep up the price point, but if they reveal what's in there, nobody's gonna be willing to pay the price for those inexpensive pigments. So they went the route of saying, oh no, it's a secret. And everybody's like, Daniel Smith, how to not PR for them. This is known for being fluffy. Oh my gosh, the Primathic pamphlet thingy is the most fluffy piece of reading I've ever seen, all things considered. It is so bad. The one about Amazonite is like mind-blowingly bad. They pile together the Amazons, the woman, and then the river, and then like the stone, and it's all wrong. Cadmiums are thick. Yeah, they are. Hey, Gwen, hi! The price of cadmium is also skyrocketing, so they are saying, oh, it's an environmental concern, but meaning, this is gonna get really expensive soon, so let's find an alternative. Yeah, fine, by all means, but Like the price, what's no, just no. Manganese blue, stop, that hurts. It's gone. Just because some products are more expensive when environmentally friendly, because they're sustainable and not all plastic, doesn't mean the moment something is less harmful, you can jack up cost. Exactly! Like, they didn't invent a brand new pigment that required, like, a bunch of money invested in research or whatnot. They definitely went into what they had in the back store and mixed stuff up and were like, close enough. That's our new color. I mean, there was some research done, of course, but nothing to justify such a price tag. What other color is really pricey in the yellows, aside cadmiums? Maybe Aurelin? Blech. But, I mean, that one is not a good option. It's the worst. Like, you look at it and it starts going brown. Ellen, I would definitely go back. Like, I really like it when people don't assume that I'm a dumbass at the store and I need to come up with some sort of composition. That's a very good point. Fairy Dust says, I mean, if you want it to be environmentally friendly, it has to be accessible. The environmental aspect is useless if no one can buy it. That's an issue for a lot of environmentally friendly stuff, I think, because the price is often like so much, well, it's just so much pricier than the regular stuff, and you're like, okay, sure. More people just need to follow the well-written route, don't be a dick. Oh my gosh. Do you have the Primatech or any Daniel Smith paints at your store, Ellen? Just curious. Innovation is great and awesome, but it won't make an impact if it's not implemented on a large scale. Yeah. And more often than not, the people who would make a big difference are actually like stuff like corporations and companies. And if they don't follow up on it, it's just like not as impactful. I carry a few things, but since my clothes carries them, and they are my only competition in town, I let them carry the open stock tubes. Oh, okay. Because, I mean, in light of the recent kerfuffle, it's tempting to just drop them all together. I wish you could get M. Graham in your store. That's a brand that's, like, really fun to recommend. They are so nice, the paints are so beautiful. I mean, they're so nice, the people are so nice at M. Graham, and the paints are beautiful, and the price point is nice usually too. So I carried a starter set of tubes, a couple of the half-pan sets, The masking medium, the ground medium, etc. Oh, interesting. Oh, me too, I wish. Ah! They are such great paints, and the range is small enough that it doesn't occupy a lot of space to have the whole display. Sorry. There's one place locally that I went to that's a sort of a co-op art store thingy, and they have M. Graham there. And like the rack is all small, and I wanted to hug it when I saw it. M. Graham were just lovely to work with. I love my set. I get so much use out of the 22 colors. I know, right? They have a really good selection of color. The only color I wish they had... actually, like, if I'm being serious, the only color that I wish they had that they don't is something like buff titanium. And if I'm being silly, it's opera rose. Hey, Phoebe! Hi! Are M. Graham a bit like Sennelier? A bit. I do think, however, that their earth tones are a bit better than Sennelier's. So just a commercial for Olympics. It's officially in the summer. Well, you have summer and winter Olympics, right? Like they're different things usually. Sorry. So, what's the best thing that everyone has eaten last week? Let's get on with the food talk. How can tape be so not straight on its own? Like, what's up with that? Hey Val, how was your birthday? I had carrot cake after my vaccine. Ooh, lovely. Cassata cake from a bakery. What's a cassata cake? A bowl of baby carrots the day after I was able to fix. Awesome! I can tell Ev isn't a fan of hot places. It took her a minute to come up with her sketch idea. What do you mean it took me a minute? I did all of those, like, studies and attempt, and they were poop. And then I was like, oh, but I like the composition of this one, but it's not set in a desert. What if I take this and set it in a desert? How dare you, Misha? Oh man, I thought I was the only one who couldn't get tape straight on paper. No, I don't know what's up with tape, but I made chicken curry last night with coconut milk. The family enjoyed. Ooh. It took her a minute to come. Yeah, but a minute is not a lot of time. What am I missing here? It took me an hour and 10 minutes to get to it. Ah! Oh, what's the anime, Val? Cassata cake is like spongy yellow cake with ton of strawberries and strawberry sauce and loads of whipped cream. Ooh! I think that's a bit like what we call like a strawberry shortcake around here, maybe? It's like Angel Foods cake with whipped cream and strawberries, if I remember right. Every time I paint the paper warps, I'm using Arches 140 GSM. I'm using too much water. Well, the more water you use, of course it will mean that it's gonna warp more. It's pretty difficult to get paper to stay completely flat unless you use 300-pound paper, like the really thick one. If you use 140, your best option is to try and stretch your paper beforehand and let it dry before you paint on it. The anime is Madoka Magica. That's awesome. We had my fave sushi. Ah, great. Otto! Hi! Oh my gosh, thank you so much for coming. I know you were pretty pooped out. If you want to paint right away, YZ, you could check out if heavier paper is in your budget. It's really more expensive. It's like $20 for a imperial sheet, but that paper won't warp at all. Like something like what, 600 GSM or something. The other thing I can think of is to get the paper stretcher. And with the paper stretcher, like the one that Ken Bromley sells, you can use, it's easier to use 90-pound paper in there, like thinner paper that you stretch in there, and it's gonna stay perfectly flat. If you use 140-pound in there paper, it's a bit harder to get it enough. Like it, since it's thicker, it's a bit less pliable than the 90-pound, but yeah. Yeah, check out the Ken Bromley's. It's artsupplies.co.uk, I think. And it's a bit of a setup to get the paper in there, but once it's in there, I have the quarter imperial sheet one. Once the paper is in there, it's not gonna buckle. Never. And I kind of want to use it more, but I always forget to set it up. Ideally, I would have to prepare the stretcher like at night so that I can prop it up on here and let it dry overnight. And then the paper is dry for the next day when I want to paint on it. The only sort of issue about it is that you can't really use the light table to transfer art on it. Because if you transfer the art before stretching, it might distort the drawing. So if you want to transfer art to it before painting, you kind of have to use transfer paper. But yeah. Oh my gosh, lentils are awesome, Temple. Welcome to the Lentils Club. You have paper stretcher for what size? I have the quarter imperial and I have a 9x12. The quarter imperial from Ken Bromley is really nice. It does a really great job because like the whole surface of it is gonna be usable paper in a way. The other one I have, there is clamps on the side that have to hold the paper. And I did it once with cold pressed paper, and when I sort of clamped down the paper so that it would stretch out, when I released the paper afterwards, it had the sort of clamp marks on there. They had flattened out the paper to remove like the cold press texture. It looked like hot press under the clamps, and I was like, oh. So that worked, but you cannot use the full like surface of it. And then there are marks on there too, so you gotta keep that in mind. I never realized how much work was involved in going from owning no furniture to filling a whole apartment, redoing the bathroom and kitchen. That sounds like a lot of work, even on a good day, you know. Like most people, when I don't know, every time I've moved apartments, like the furnitures were mine, so I brought them along. So yeah, I imagine if you don't have any oven, fridge, anything, it's a big deal to get all that at once. IKEA restaurants are closed right now in Scotland. Is the small grocery counter thingy still open where you can buy like frozen meatballs and the salmon and all sorts of stuff with lingonberry and elderberry and like the cookies? Me spend a lot of time in the IKEA grocery corner? Pff, never. The dogs are totally freaked out by the move, but the cats think it's the best game ever, of course. What a surprise! Yeah, but there's a huge queue in the grocery shop one because of the restaurant being closed. Oh, that hurts. I miss being able to get whatever I want at the IKEA brunch place, like the restaurant. Oh man, the desserts over there are A+. If I lived closer to an IKEA, I'd literally go just to eat and buy groceries. I agree. They have really good stuff in there. They even have vegan meatballs now. I don't know what they're worth, but I saw they had vegan meatballs, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Hey, Okney! Hello! And they've got rid of the drink vending machine just by the exit. Oh no, but that's all like that's a closed ecosystem. I guess it's because everyone like pokes at the machine and they don't have the staff to clean it every 3 seconds. I think the best thing I've eaten this week is not something new per se, but it's something I discovered recently and I've been sort of obsessed over it. But I realized, in fact, I realized because they sent it as a freebie one week, but the place where you buy our grocery is basically sort of a farmer's market online. And you subscribe for a delivery, like a box delivery, and you pick whatever you want to have in your box, and it might be 2 boxes, and you get it delivered. But it's all stuff that is, well, it's mostly stuff that is locally made and from farms around here and all that. And they had a product that I didn't know what it was, but I don't know why my brain had seen the title and had assumed that it was made from something that I was like, unappealing. And then they sent us a small jar as a freebie, and I tried it and I was like, okay, this is a life changer. They call it Choco Squash. And initially I thought it was a spread made from like squashes, like the flesh of squashes. And I was like, what's this weird like puree, compote, whatever thing? I don't know why I didn't check. I should have checked. I'm dumb. But they sent us the freebie, and what it actually is a chocolate spread a la Nutella, but that is made from pumpkin seeds. There is no actual squash in it, just the seeds and sugar and cocoa, and it's delicious. It's amazing. It has no palm oil, no dairy, no gluten, no nuts, and yeah, my mouth just dropped, and I was like, oh no! Not that I know what it is and that it's delicious. I'm screwed. But that was probably the best thing I had this week. Imperfect Foods had a vegan croissant bread. Oh man, I kind of prefer vegan croissant and chocolatine, to be honest. The real ones are really good, but sometimes like the butter taste can be too much. And they also have like vegan croissant that are made with some form of margarine, and I kind of prefer that. Like the taste of the fat in there is less noticeable. Being called out by that title. Hi, Salome. Hi. Oh, it's amazing, guys, and it's made from the Choco Squash. It's made from like local pumpkin seeds from a local farm. Like it's all local, and I'm like, it's the best thing ever. And oh man, yeah, you need one of those, Otto. I really have to think of a way that I can safely send you a glass jar of the stuff. Well, I can't taste the pumpkin seeds in there, really. Hold on, give me a sec. Okay, so I was asking Mr. E because he said, like, he tasted it too, and he said that to him there's a bit of an aftertaste. So I was like, oh, I thought I would ask him. He says it's probably the oil or the taste from the pumpkin seeds that has a bit of an aftertaste. It doesn't bother me, so I tend to forget about it, but yeah, that's a thing. I've loved pumpkin seeds for decades now. They're so good! True and not greasy, toasted in the toaster oven with mango. Oh, yum. I'm glad the family is okay, Okuni. That sounds really scary. Send it wrapped in a nice kitchen hand towel. Oh, definitely with, like, double layer of bubble wrap. Not taking any risk with that kind of stuff. I need to ask the all-important question, how does it compare to Nutella? It's very different because Nutella has, you know, like the hazelnut, and it has a lot of dairy in there, and it's a bit closer to icing than it is to being a spread. But I think if I had to choose between both, like there's a jar of Nutella and there's a jar of Choco Squash, I would grab the jar of Choco Squash. I think it's my favorite. Speaking of pumpkin, I'm waiting to send you a postcard that says life is... Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I'm not speaking on the nutritional level because, dude, you can't have... Like, something can't be that good and completely nutritional. There's gonna be a balance out there that is off on the side of, like, the sweetened and slightly fat stuff. I'm an icing fiend. Definitely. What is this cake doing on my icing? Yep. That's basically me. Americans are used to having yummy first ingredients like vegetable oil. Like the most nondescript vegetable oil possible. Like it usually says something like vegetable oil in parentheses canola and or palm and or cottonseed and or other weird thing that rapeseed, like. But yeah, definitely, I will try to find a way to get you a jar of Choco Squash, Otto. And I mean, if it turns out that you don't like the taste, I'm pretty sure that James will like it. Have a great night, Otto. Thank you so much for popping in the stream today, despite being exhausted. I hope you have a good night's sleep. homemade mayo. Anyone tried mayo and ketchup with fries? That's one of those sauces that I've never been really big into. It was usually a staple of like fondue. But I don't know why the mix doesn't really appeal to me, because I definitely like mayo with stuff. I need to try making buttercream with a good, like, margarine once, see if it's as good or better or how it compares to actual buttercream. Sometimes butter has a weird taste to me now that I'm not used to it. Like it smells like dairy, and sometimes it's just off-putting. I had like 15 stories back to back in the UK about how something in Pop-Tarts was going to kill me. All it did was make me spend stupid amounts of money on Pop-Tarts. I read the ingredients to Cool Whip once as I was intrigued. Oh dear. Oh no, don't do that. Don't. The best cook mayonnaise. Huh. I didn't know that was a thing. That's interesting. The vegan chipotle veganaise is delicious. It's really, really good. I'm happy and not that I can't find it easily, because if I did, I would definitely use it for everything. It's really good. Mayo and ketchup sandwiches was my after-school snack. Oh, really? Huh. Oh, yeah, Kewpie Japanese mayo. That's another level. That's next level mayonnaise right there. I think it's because they use more yolk to make it, but it has a really different taste. Cooked mayo has to be cooked slowly in a double boiler. Oh, wow. I go to the Primal Keto Fancy Store. What's the name of it, Stephen? I'm curious, because there's a bunch of online sort of health food stores that are located in Ontario. Yeah, Dijonnaise. It's basically Dijon mustard with mayo. Trying to think what's my favorite mayo mix, but I really like the grocery place I was mentioning. They have a vegan chipotle mayonnaise too that is sort of handmade locally and all that, and it's really quite good. So I like to get that to eat with French fries. Terrific flavor, a bit high in calories. Oh, definitely. It has a lot of fat in there, as mayo would, because if you think about it, mayo is basically 95% oil, and you put an egg in there and a bit of an acid or something, and then you sort of whip it for a long time, and it becomes mayonnaise. That's why when I see like fat-free mayo, I'm really suspicious of that. Veganese. It's veganese. Veganese? Anyway. I'm used to saying it in French, so that's kind of breaking my brain a bit. No, no, Okuni. Dang it, Storm, leave Okuni alone. Fat-free yogurt is tragic. Ugh. You need to go to Greek yogurt to get yogurt. Well, from what I remember, to get good yogurt that has low fat, you gotta get into this train stuff. Because otherwise it's just like so liquidy and gross. What's a chip butty? Fish finger butty. Such a funny name. Isn't it like a sandwich with fries? Okay, so that's the name of it. A chip butty. A buttered, sometimes toasted bun, chips, salt, vinegar. Huh. Wow. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen something that is more like carbs a la carb. What about the people who dip their chips or French fries into milkshakes? What's up with that? That's so weird. Rumi yelled, "Don't you think you should turn it off?" I yelled, "No! It's going to have to cut me off." I'm on the Eat Art Cat Friend Fiends group. Not even friends. Carb on carb. I prefer my Ruffles potato chips in my sandwich. What? Oh man, you kind of need like all the rest potato chips, Ruffles in there. Chips and fries are not high carb. Well, they're potatoes. Potatoes are basically carbs. I'm not saying it's high carb. I'm just saying it's carb a la carb because you got carbs inside of carbs, which I think is quite funny. Deep fried Mars bar. Oh my gosh. Carb cubed. It's literally like boop. That's hilarious. I don't get the milkshake thing either. But a Wendy's Frosty and a fry show me that. Oh my gosh. It's not an every time thing, but the salty chocolate malt all work. I think my sort of mental block with the milkshake thing, it's the dairy part of it. Like the association in my mind of dairy being not a good thing, however you look at it, whether it's the taste or the health effect, like is really strong. So whenever I see something with dairy, it's I kind of have to make a conscious effort to be like no, some people think that dairy is good. I'm like, oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Fried in oil. Yeah, but I mean, okay, there's oil in there, but it's still like it's if you have a regular fish sandwich, it's gonna be deep fried fish in there, but so you're gonna have like proteins in the fish and then the fat of the frying and the carbs of the frying and then the bun. So you still have those proteins in there, but if you have French fries inside of a bun, it's just funny. When I worked for Neiman's, we sold chocolate-covered Pringles. And we all gagged at the thought, and good gracious, they were yummy. Going back to Greek yogurt, oh boy, the real stuff is the best. What do you mean, the real stuff? Do you mean like full-fat yogurt or real Greek yogurt? Is there fake Greek yogurt? The yogurt I get is coconut based. And it's really funny because from one week to the other, sometimes it changes consistency. And I think it's just a matter that some batches are newer and therefore more runny than the stuff that has had time to thicken up a bit. But it's really peculiar. I really don't like runny yogurt. Ugh. That's gross. Full fat made in Greece yogurt as opposed to Greek style yogurt. Oh, whoa. Okay, dang. You went for like the top. Cool Ranch Doritos in plain popcorn, y'all. You mean like mixing the Doritos and the plain popcorn? Oh. Says it was the Adams voice. Do they make it with real Greeks? Oh no. But I also grew up with lots of candies having salt and chili coated like 12 layers deep. So maybe my brain gets excited that it's chocolate and not chili. Chex Mix at Christmas, the original weird combination. How so? Oh, hold on. I'm back. Yep, salty sweet num. That sounds really nice. That's a good way to use up the extra like powder flavoring of the Doritos. Worcestershire sauce on breakfast cereal? Is that a joke? What? Worcestershire. Sorry, I'm making fun. I'm sorry. I can't with those words that are like written one way and you say it like it's written and people are like, but you say it this way instead, and you're like, but it's like silent letters. I mean, what? No, that's what Chex Mix. What is Chex Mix then? Popcorn with nuts, caramel, and chocolate sauce. Whoa. Dang. I'm trying to think of what's my favorite vegan munchy thing. Oh, did you guys know that, oh, what's the name of those? Dang it. But you know the snack that it's basically looks like a cornucopia? It's like a ribbed cone like this, and it's corn based, And it's hollow inside. What's the name of those? If you have small fingers, you can put them on your fingers. But that's vegan. I'm not saying that's healthy, I'm just saying that's vegan. Not the same. It is weird thingamajig. Buggles! Yes, they're buggles! Thank you guys. Yes, buggles are vegan! Well, I mean, the regular flavor of buggles. Not if they have cheese buggles, of course they're not gonna be vegan, but they're vegan! Also delicious. Like, Oreos are vegan too. Like, there's a bunch of weird snack food that is actually vegan. Like I said, there's a one flavor of Doritos that is vegan as well. Bugles. Buggles. I'm gonna call them Buggles forever now. Oh, Buggles. So Doritos are the regular the regular stream snack, and Buggles are the vegan stream snack. I'm gonna create merch that says "Oh, Buggles" this on it. That's not even funny. My allergies are bad today, so when I laugh too much, my chest hurts. We used to fill Buggles with the squeezed cheese. No idea how I'm still here. Oh my gosh. You are made from sturdy stuff. Do it, Ev. We need that shirt. At least the sticker. Yeah, but we need a salty snack. A salty vegan snack. Oreos are not salty enough. All right. Bugles for vegan salsa. Yeah, but it's not snack food. You cannot have a ball of salsa and just pick at it with your finger. Well, you can, but it's kind of messy, you know? Like, tortilla chips are generally vegan. Let me have my Buggles. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Whew. I am so not telling Rumi what we're talking about. The marmalade pies are flat in there. Oh, from the weather, I guess. Oh no. Raised chips used to make a kosher dill flavor potato chips that contained modified milk products, which I always thought was odd for kosher flavor. How so? Is kosher... Is it the thing about not mixing dairy and meat? I don't remember. Any kind of frozen mac and cheese, vegan or not. Yeah, of course. Eva, I am deep in the Ken Bromley paper stretcher research now. Thanks for that. Did you check out their video about how they demonstrate how to use it? It's a bit of a big setup, but it's a really nice system, I find. Like, you really get a good surface of stretched paper that is usable, so that even if you paint all the way to the edge, it's like, it's good. You don't have like clamps in the way, like you can really paint and there's nothing bumping your wrist when painting. Though the only thing I would add is that you have to be careful when you remove the paper from the stretcher, because since it's now completely dry and hard, it can tear more easily. So next time I use it, I have to try to keep a sponge nearby and water just to soften the corners a bit, because the corners are where it tends to break the most. Kosher is not mixing meat and dairy. Okay, good. So adding dairy to a kosher flavor is just odd. But as long as there's not meat in there, I guess. But if you eat the chips with meat, then that's just problematic. No, the boys are okay with tornadoes. It's a Chex-Mix discussion. Yeah, what else can I think about the stretcher? I had to find a way, like I had to buy sort of a 12 by 12 box to help with soaking the paper, because I didn't have any recipient big enough. And I eventually had to get a rubber mallet too. I mean, like the rubber mallet is a really handy thing to have anyway. I just didn't have one. And like I used an old towel and I put my bin in the bath and soaked the paper in it. Okay, so you guys make Chex Mix from scratch. I thought it was like the party mix and stuff, something that you buy pre-made in a bag. Like having the chips with the pastrami sandwiches right out. Really, that's a travesty. Pastrami, that's like smoked meat, right? I thought it was odd that the official rabbinical kosher decision is that casein-derived non-dairy coffee creamer is kosher because casein is plastic. Ah! I was thinking about using my tub. Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, that's the obvious thing. It's just that, like, I don't wash the tub every day, and it's a lot of water just to soak a small piece of paper in there. But that's just me. WTF is Chex. It's one of those cereals, like that has a sort of a. I don't remember the exact shape of it, but it's, you know, it has this grid-like pattern. And it's either like a square with a really fine grid, a bit like Triscuits, or it's one of those like bubbly ones that it's like this from the side, and you have the thingies go anyway. It's the same stuff. It became so popular that they started making it commercially. Oh, it is cereal. Like, I think it's about mixing a bunch of snacks together and then adding the Worcestershire sauce to give it even more taste, and then baking it so it's not soggy. Soy milk is nice in coffee. It is. Do you have? Did you manage to find a soy milk that doesn't sort of slightly curdles in coffee? I like to use soy cream in my tea and coffee, and it's fine in the tea, but the coffee is acidic enough that the soy cream starts to coagulate a bit. Dang, I'm hungry now. Who else is not surprised? I've only had it in lattes, etc., rather than Americano, so I don't know. Okay. Hey, thank you so much for being here, Ellen. I hope you manage to resolve the situation with the vaccine soon and that you feel better really quickly from the tooth thing. Grabbing the pens. It's a bit noisy. Me too, fingers crossed for that jab. Should people come up with you know, you have a dab? We should find one that's a jab. And okay, I'm gonna shut up now. Let's get to TikTok, people. What's better than lentils and mashed potatoes? Leftovers. What kind of seasoning do you put in there? Hey Sam, hi. Hand mix from coarse flake salt. Oh, that's good. Paprika, ground chipotle pepper, black pepper, cayenne red pepper, thyme, rosemary, and granulated garlic. That sounds amazing. Oh, za'atar is also a good option. I love whenever I have an opportunity to get some either the flatbread with za'atar on them or anything with za'atar on it. I always try to get the one with the thickest layer of za'atar. Like punch me in the face with that taste. Hey Joey, hi. Then I add onion, garlic powder, organic tomato sauce. Il n'y a même pas de tulipo. No tulipo.
No tulipo.
Gotta look up. I put za'atar on everything except. I'm pretty sure za'atar and maple wouldn't be bad. Za'atar is a mix. What is it? It's sesame seed. There's a lot of thyme in there. What else is in za'atar? I don't remember. I have a big bag of it, I think. You're in the States, right, Okini? Do you get yours from nuts.com in like huge bags? Sumac as well. Oh yeah. Yum yum. Yes, I'm in Texas. I got my za'atar from Phoenicia Bakery. Oh, even better. Dried oregano, thyme, and or marjoram with sumac and toasted sesame seed. Yep. Oh man, that's good. I kind of want some right now. It is not easy to find spice mixes that don't automatically come with garlic. I love the taste of garlic, but my stomach likes it a bit less. I love sumac. Sumac is underrated. What would you do with sumac? Sumac. Like on its own. Let's say you have a bag of sumac. What do you do with it? Garlic and onion are a food group. They are, but why are they so hard on the digestion? Why? It's a bit lemony, but a bit more complex. Yeah, I know. But I just don't know what to put it in. Put smack in roasting birds and vegetable soup. I use it like lemon, but when I don't want to use the juice of lemon. Huh, okay. That's interesting. So let's say you want something lemony, but not make it curdle at the same time. Lily family would make sense in the sense, haha, that it's also something that is not recommended to give your pets because it's not good for them, and well, cats, and lilies are poisonous to cats, I think. Gotta head out. Hey, thank you so much for being here, YZ. Have a great weekend. And yeah, you can poke me on the Discord if you have more questions about the stretcher or whatever. Salads. Oh no. Salads. Do you guys know any kind of lettuce that is not bitter? Butter lettuce. Butter lettuce is bitter. That's what we call Boston lettuce here, and it has a bitter taste. Or maybe I taste lettuces too much. No, you pick it really young and well. Oh, yeah, okay. Everything is bitter if it's whole and not bad. Well, yeah, I guess that's maybe because I can't really pick my own lettuce, maybe. But all of the Boston / butter / bib lettuce I've had were bitter things named after Boston. Who would ever think of such a thing? That's hilarious. butter lettuce is yellow and has slashes on the edge. Okay, well, Google to the rescue. Butter lettuce. What is a butter lettuce in French? That's so stupid. Oh my god, stop. Ouch. It hurts. I think I broke myself. Ouch. Okay. Okay, so I wanted to check out what's a butter lettuce on there. So I went into Google and I typed butter lettuce and then it says in French and I was like, oh, I'm gonna click that. So I'm gonna see what's the name of butter lettuce in French. Click and Google Translate basically translated it as laitue au beurre, which is literally like butter flavored lettuce. And that's so stupid and dumb that it killed me. It's like not like naturally the lettuce that would taste like butter, like just because it's basically like having lettuce and butter together like in a plate, and that's that's so stupid. I think I'm gonna be the only one laughing about this, but it's so stupid. Oh. Like, what the heck? How is that a good translation? Okay, let's give you let's give you a second chance. Like, laitue bar, yeah, for sure. Also called Boston and Bib lettuce. Oh. I guess it's gotta be like just laitue Boston. Ah, but oh my god. Oh, like iceberg lettuce with a stick of melted butter. Somewhat, but it like I pictured the butter lettuce like just a leaf and then a chunk of butter on it, and I'm like, why? Crappy translator. Yeah, no. Good job, Google. Salted or unsalted? Yeah, I was like, Phoebe, I was just saying that I tried Googling what butter lettuce was, and it suggested that it could translate it in French, and the translation was so stupid. It was basically like laitue au beurre. which is like butter, literally like butter and lettuce. Anyway, it's dumb. It's absolutely stupid. Now we get butter lettuce exegesis. What is that? Oh, now I'm gonna be scared of translating stuff on Google. Just because it's dumb. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Next stream, Ev draws a butter lettuce. I mean, I don't even need to do it next stream. I can sort of... There you go. Lettuce leaf with a stick of butter in there. Oh, what? Oh, stay safe, Okuni. Keep us updated. I hope you get lucky. Take care, take care. See you next Saturday, hopefully. I haven't laughed that hard since that viral video. Oh my god, it's a bobcat! I haven't seen that one, I think. I started playing Stardew Valley. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. I don't play a lot of games, but for some reason, like years after the game came out, this one recently got into my brain. I was like, well, I mean, even if I ended up not liking it, it's a small independent game made by one dude. So I don't really feel bad when I like buy those games. Also not very expensive, but I think it's pretty awesome to be able to support the guy who made a whole game on his own. I'm like, wow, dude. That's epic. And yeah, it's been cute. I got a cat in there, so I mean, That seems like to an off. Yeah, but that's basically the like if you say laitue au beurre, that's kind of what it summons up as a picture. To me, laitue au beurre. Oh my god, it's a bobcat. Okay, I'll write it down. I could check it right now. Is it a video? It's gotta be a video. Oh my god, it's a bobcat. It's A. Thank you. That sounds like a gem.
Good morning. I need to wash my car.
Hold on. Can I? Oh no! Wait, hold on. It says feline harm. If the bobcat gets hurt, I can't watch this. I'm not gonna laugh. I'm gonna cry. The one where the cat was rabid and attacked his wife. Wait, what? I saw the one where a woman was able to protect their dogs by squishing a bobcat or lynx, and it was kind of funny in the sense that it's, you know, that squish that cat meme. Okay, because it says feline harm, and if it's actually... Oh, okay, I'm not gonna watch it then. Nope. Not watching that. I really can't do it. It's too pixelated for me, having grown with those graphics. Pixel art is not a thing I like. I'm not really big on pixel art either, but I'm okay with it so far. I mean, it serves its purpose well. It's just funny because sometimes the sprites are not very fancy or cute, so you kind of see the non-player characters on there. They're like the sprite, and like you see them and you're like, oh, and then you see the portrait, which is a bigger drawing and more detailed and like just a close-up. So it's really funny because some sprites really look bad. Not bad like ew, but they don't give you the feeling, like the impression when you look at the character close-up. You're like, oh, it's this. Oh, it's the same. Okay. Oh, poor baby. Oh, dang. But yeah, the one that got squished, he fled after that. So so far as we know, it's the lynx bobcat is still okay. But I think in that case, the cat, the whole setup is that there was this couple walking their 3 small dogs in kind of a undeveloped area, like woodlands a bit, and they were walking their 3 small dogs, and at some point a bobcat or a lynx came out. I know they're not the same, but I don't remember which it was in this case. And the cat came out and made a move to attack the dogs, and the woman just went in super defensive mode, and she sort of tackled the bobcat and squished it. Like, you know, like that squish that cat. You basically just press down the cat. You push down their back, and when they're squished like that, they don't tend to be able to run away or move. And she was really, really like super adrenaline, and she pushed down the cat, and during that time the husband went and found the dog that had run away. The dogs are okay, the 3 little dogs are fine, but yeah, he collected the dogs, and then neighbors came and they were like, okay, so what do we do? And they went back and they got a lacrosse stick to sort of protect the woman when she would release the cat, Bobcat, the lynx. And at some point, like, she couldn't just hold it down that much for long because, like, she started shaking and all that. So they released it, and the cat just fled back into the woods. So far, I think that one is still okay. It probably was very hungry and saw the small dogs and was like, it's food. I mean, it's a small thing, like a groundhog and a squirrel and whatnot, so... I had a cat from birth that I'm pretty sure was half bobcat. Must have been a big cat. I mean, bobcats are not huge, but they're bigger than house cats. Yeah, but Max was huge. His head was the size of a softball. Whoa. Yeah, okay. It's a big kitty. There is the tigers of Scotland, I think, too, that are a small wildcat, but they're really, really lovely. They're fairly unique. I turned into Keanu. Whoa. It's either Owen Wilson, wow, or Keanu Reeves. Not saying that I can do good impression of those, but they're my they're my faves. He ruled our 13 acres and the neighbors. Yeah, definitely. I can see that. I saw him attack a deer. Oh my gosh. Sorry, oh, don't worry about it, Temple. It's the kind of stuff that is easy to forget, so I just gotta make sure, because I know my sensitivity to that kind of stuff is disproportionate. Like I'm way too overly sensitive to that kind of content, so I gotta be extra careful. Because if something is just a teeny tiny bit sad, like this sad, I'm gonna cry. Doesn't make any sense, but yeah. He jumped on the deer's face. Oh my gosh, can you imagine being the deer being like, what is going on? Oh, from leaving cat food in driveway, I'm up to 6 cats, a squirrel, a giant raccoon, a raccoon! And a possum and a skunk. Oh. Once I'm out of food, I'm going to stop leaving it out. Oh. They're gonna be so confused. At first. No deer suffered more than a few painful scratches. Oh, good. But yeah, it's gotta be pretty confusing, right? You're minding your deer business and then this super big cat just jumps in your face. I'm waiting for this to dry. I'm not sure it's gonna be fully dry for today to paint, but it's 4:30. I might end the stream and save this to paint next time with the Schminke palette that features these colors. I could also make a second drawing during the week if I have the time, so that there are 2 things to paint, so that I can switch between both of them. Everyone liked the video. Yes, please do like the video if you're enjoying it. The dealing were stealing my business. They were eating the chestnuts. Oh no! So Max was doing a good job then. Alright guys, oh, my friend with the tortie has kept the fox? Whoa. Hey, Lee! It's nice to see you, even if I'm about to end this. Still nice to be able to say hi. Oh man, you gotta ask for more pictures of that 30 box of paint. I love them, little monsters. Oh, sorry. Scout has stolen my chair earlier, and I threw a blanket over her, and she just stayed under the blanket, and she's sleeping under there now. So I still don't have a chair. I borrowed Mr. E's chair, but yeah, my chair is still busy, and she's borrowing on there. He lives in the garden, but he stayed around. Oh, that's pretty cool. Wow, that's so cool. Alright guys, thank you so much for being here. In the description, there's the link to the Discord that you're probably familiar with. It's a platform for chatting. We just hang out there and talk about a bunch of stuff. It's free, it's fun. You just click the link and it will set it up. Tuna face, yes! And yeah, there will be another live stream next weekend if everything goes well. And yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for being here today. And I hope you have a great weekend and a great week. And we will see each other again next weekend to talk about food, cats, and butter salad. And buggles. Don't forget your buggles for next time. Okay guys, bye bye.